My name is Dr. Alaye Theophilus, the president of the Joy Youth Council, IYC Worldwide. You know, as a people that basically reside around the creeks of the Niger Delta, we understand what bad government is all about to our people. First of all, protest as a democratic setting is the right of the people. Protest is not something that we will say that we are bringing it or people are carrying that protest to shut down a nation. Protest is a way where we express our displeasure, those things that are disturbing us as a people. And as a young people, the End Bad Government protest that is about to commence on the 1st of August, I believe, is a welcome development. Why do I say it's a welcome development? Because our people in the Niger Delta, the young people precisely, that are living in the creeks, are feeling the impact of the inflation that the economy is experiencing. As I speak to you as the president, some of our communities, to get a liter of fuel is over 2,000 naira. So how are our people coping? The suffering is more even in our communities than some major cities. So we are still consulting majorly with our people which step we are going to take. But to support the protest, that is our position. If protest has been the only way we express our displeasure, our anger, and how we can easily draw the attention of government to our ends. Now, let me tell you, Nigeria as a nation, our political leaders that found themselves within the corridor of power does not take the masses. They take the masses for granted. They don't take us serious. And that is why you see that issues of protest has always been the only way we push for a better living condition in this country. And is this one they say that is end bad government. We believe that the hunger in the land is alarming. And if we are going to protest to strengthen governance in order for the people to have good living standard, living condition, and the inflation that is affecting every corner will be looked into, then that is the best way to go. Look at how this government has mismanaged and given us false hope. Immediately this government came on board, they said they are removing subsidy. Last year they said our refineries are going to work, especially the Port Harcourt refinery. But till date, we haven't seen single product coming out from the Port Harcourt refinery. What about the Warri refinery? We have seen that this is a government that does not have the people at heart. If not, they wouldn't have been playing politics with those infrastructures that will bring and cushion up the living condition of our people. Those infrastructure that will bring good living standard and condition, promote living standard of the people. But we have seen that the government is not concerned about how the masses survive. As I tell you, in some households, to eat a square meal is a problem. Small and medium scale businesses are folding up on daily basis just because of the situation at hand. Now they are playing politics even with the Dangote refinery that has come to see how they can ameliorate the fuel crisis in our nation. Is that the government that have the people of the masses at heart? We have seen that all their policies are anti-people. Look at it. A country that inflation is over 30–40%. For them to even review the salary structure, NUC and TUC need to go to strike in order for them to put those things into consideration. We have seen that those within the corridor of power in this country are feeling too comfortable. And IYC, as a noble and standard youth organization, the mother youth organization of the Niger Delta, we are still consulting. If they believe that this protest is just going to be protest of the streets while the oil IOCs will be producing for the government to be getting free money, we are telling them that we are still consulting with our stakeholders to see that when this protest starts, we will make sure that we also shut down every operation of the IOCs. Let it be that crude oil production too is shut down so that they will feel the impact of the masses. And that is why we are still in consultation. When we are done with the consultation before the first, and we will know the position and the step that we are going to take in respect to this protests that say that end bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria as a nation, we have the geopolitical zones, and at the same time we have the ethnic blocks. A protest that has already been established is an opportunity for the Ijaw people to also express their displeasure to the Nigerian government. We are not concerned about the interests of the people of Lagos. We just see that this is an opportunity for the Ijaw nation to express our displeasure. We have been talking about resource control. We have been talking about involving us as shareholders, stakeholders in the oil and gas that are domiciled in our place. These are opportunities for also us as an individual to push and drive home our demands to the government of the day. We are not concerned about who will want to hijack protests. Mr. President that is on board understands the importance and the weight of protests. If we are all not forgetting the 2012 fuel subsidy removal protest in Lagos, where Nigeria was almost grounded. So we believe that Mr. President understands the yearnings and the importance of protests of this magnitude. So it is expected of Mr. President that he call every sector, every ethnic bloc, every critical stakeholder, both the youth, the traditional rulers, the religious rulers, to a round table and take good actions, measures that will bring the impact of his governance to the people at the level of the grassroots. Any minister, any appointee that he believes that is not doing well need to be fired. Subsidy has been removed. We are expecting that the Ministry of Petroleum, the NNPC at this point in time will be in top gear to see that all the refinery that is owned by the Nigerian government is put to use. But to our greatest dismay, is promised here and there and no sign of even nearby production or working of those refineries. We understand that Mr. President does not really have the masses at heart. He does not know the suffering level, especially those from the Ijaw extraction that are living in the creeks. As I tell you, 1 liter of oil is being sold for 2,000 naira in our communities, and it's having negative impact. I can tell you for free that inflation in our communities is more than 100% because of the fuel situation. Because those that are going to the market to bring in goods are telling us that price of transportation has increased, and so they are also going to sell their goods in higher cost. It's having more impact in our communities than any other city in Nigeria. So it's an opportunity for the people in the creeks to also register their displeasure in this coming. But one thing is for sure, let them don't just think that this process is just going to be street protests. We are going to see that we mobilize to the IOCs, all operating platforms, to make sure that we also shut down everywhere so that the Nigerian government will wake up, fire those that ought to be fired in various sectors and ministry, and bring in those that can take the bull by the horn and make Nigeria and every sector work again. Enough is enough. They said a word is enough for the wise. We are believing that Mr. President will make some strict and swift actions to make sure that he bring the dividends of democracy, the renewed hope that he has given the people of Nigeria. Because as an Ijaw man, as president of council, our people have not seen the renewed hope that Mr. President promised us. And that is why we are basically going to involve majorly in this forthcoming protest without looking back. We are not here to pull him out of office, but if he believes that he cannot give the people the dividends of democracy, it's expected that if he cannot fire those that he has appointed, he should honorably resign as the president and let someone with competence take over the mantle of leadership so that Nigeria can have the dividends of democracy. The people of the Niger Delta, especially the Ijaw extraction, can feel the impact of democracy at our doorstep. You see the reason why we say that those within the corridor of power does not take the masses serious. are some of these things we are experiencing in Rivers State. You see, the local government administration is the last hope of the people at the grassroots level. Just because there are interests in the name of structure, the Nigerian system have supported some group of persons to go and shut down all the local government in Rivers State. In this protest like this, at times we are also going to register our displeasures on some of those actions that are being taken by the Nigerian federal government. You cannot take the interest of one individual above the general interest of the entire Rivers people. The position of IYC has always been that we expect the federal government to work in synergy with the state governor. If appointees are interested in causing chaos in this already existing hunger in the country, then the president does not mean well for the people of Nigeria. And that is why in this protest, we are going to push some of our agenda and register our displeasure to Mr. President. Don't take the interest of your appointees that are working with you at the federal level above the grassroots that gave you the mandate to manage the affairs of this country for a period of 4 years.